Well, students, we are going to start trigonometry today, and it is a very, very important chapter in 10th class as well as in intermediate first year. And why not first year? It comes to you all throughout your life. Trigonometry means study of triangles. That to what kind of triangles? Right angle triangles. Now, what is a right angle triangle? A triangle in which any one of the angle is 90 degrees. There can't be two angles which are 90 degrees, obviously, is it not? So if one angle is 90 degrees, such a triangle is called right angle triangles, and we are going to study about that. Now what is it into? See here, we have a triangle, and this is A, this is B, this is C. I keep this is 90 degrees, and the side which is opposite to 90 degrees is called hypotenuse. What is this and what is this? Most of the students will generally pop out and say, sir, this is adjacent side and this is opposite side. No, my dear children. Adjacent and opposite are relative terms, right? For example, you will say, I will take an example, A, B, C, D. Now, let us say my direction is this. Now, who is sitting opposite to A? Who is sitting opposite to B? You will say A. Alright. So what is A? A is opposite in relation to B. But A is not opposite in relation to D. A is adjacent. So A can't be opposite and adjacent. So they are relative terms. So please try to understand. Never write this is adjacent or never write this is opposite. Why are you telling all this, sir? Let me explain to you. If I assume this angle as theta, then this angle will be 90 minus theta. How did you get that? Very simple. Sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. A I am assuming as theta. B is 90 degrees. C we are going to find is equal to 180. So C is equal to 180 minus 90 minus theta. C 180 minus 90 is 90 minus theta. So that's how, if one angle is theta, other angle it's complementary. Why am I saying complementary? If one of the angle is 90 degrees, the sum of the two remaining angles is 90 degrees. You add these two. 90 minus theta plus theta is 90. So whenever sum of the two angles is 90 degrees, you say those two angles are complementary angles. If sum of the two angles is 180 degrees, those two angles are supplementary angles. So keep that in mind. So that's how I get this theta, this is 90 and this is 90 minus theta. This is hypotenuse. Now, if I ask you a side which is opposite to theta, side opposite to theta. Side opposite to theta is, I will say it is BC. If I ask you side adjacent to theta, side adjacent to theta, you can say hypotenuse also, but hypotenuse is standard longest side of a triangle. I am not referring that. So that's why it is called as hypotenuse. The side adjacent to theta means I will say it is AB. Tomorrow instead of triangle ABC, I may write PQR also. So you won't get AB, you may get PQ or you may get PR. Now if I ask you side opposite to 90 minus theta. Side opposite to 90 minus theta is what? AB. Next, side adjacent to 90 minus theta. Side adjacent to 90 minus theta. What is that? That is BC. So you can see, first time BC is opposite, next time BC is adjacent. So you can't say BC is adjacent or opposite. With respect to whether it is 90 minus theta or with respect to whether it is theta is important, is it not? See, your father is your daddy. Your father is your dad. But is he dad to his wife? No. He has got some other relationship. Or he is son to somebody else. So father is at the same time son as well as the same time your dad. So what is important is the relationship from to you are referring at. So keep that in mind. Never conclude that this is adjacent or this is opposite. This is a general mistake students do. Anyhow, let us come back to the concept of the trigonometry where, see, since three sides are involved, if I take the combination of opposite side, adjacent side and hypotenuse side, I can make with three things, I can make three factorial combinations. 3 factorial means what? 6. Now what is this factorial? In the advanced level you will come to know. Right now with 3 things you can make 6 combinations. How is it possible? See, you have opposite by hypotenuse, you have adjacent by hypotenuse. Now I will remove hypotenuse and I will write opposite by adjacent, or I will reverse this, adjacent by opposite, or I will write hypotenuse by adjacent, or I will write hypotenuse by opposite. Now these are the 6 possible combinations. Now if I write sine, now sine means opposite by hypotenuse. If I write cosine, means adjacent by hypotenuse. If I write tangent, this is a name given, alright, tangent, opposite by hypotenuse. If I write cotangent, then it is hypotenuse, adjacent by opposite. Means for this particular ratio, what is adjacent? Adjacent means I am referring to sum of the side. By opposite, what? One of the side. So side by side is nothing but a ratio. That value I am calling by cotangent. And this is secant. And this is cosecant. Alright, my dear children. So this is what is the standard notation. Now let us get back. In short, the 6 ratios of trigonometry are, in short, I write as sine theta, I write cos theta, I write tan theta, I write cot theta, I write secant theta, I write cosecant theta. Now sine theta is nothing but opposite to theta by hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent to theta by hypotenuse. You must always write 2 theta. Tan theta is opposite to theta by adjacent to theta. So instead of tangent, I will write tan. It's a short form. Instead of SINE, I will write sine. But I will read as sine only. Don't read this as sin. Alright. And this is cos. I don't read as cosine. Right? And cot theta is adjacent to theta by opposite to theta. Secant, what is secant? Hypotenuse by, see, hypotenuse to theta is not there because hypotenuse is always fixed. This 2 theta is variable. So secant is hypotenuse by adjacent to theta. Cosecant is what? Hypotenuse by opposite to theta. Now you can, for this particular figure given here, what is opposite to theta? BC. Opposite to theta is what? BC. By what is hypotenuse? AC. What is adjacent to theta? Adjacent to theta is AB. By you have AC. What is opposite to theta? BC. BC by what is adjacent to theta? AB. Alright. Now what is adjacent to theta? AB by BC. Again, hypotenuse is what? AC by AB. Hypotenuse is what? AC by opposite to theta. Opposite to theta is what? BC. And my dear children, if you can observe, there is a specific relationship. What I am drawing here, these are related. You can see sine and cosecant, they are reciprocal to each other. This is BC by AC, then this is AC by BC. Cos and secant, reciprocal to each other. Tan and cot, reciprocal to each other. So I want you to note down the particular formulas which I am giving to you in a particular order only, because this has got some connectivity later on which you will understand. So I want you to note this stuff in this particular manner only. So try to understand, and you must make this practice. You must read it fluently. Sine, cos, tan, cot, secant, cosecant. Whenever I ask you sine, cos, tan, cot, secant, cosecant, this is the flow in which you are going to read. It's only then you can understand and learn and by heart formulas. See, this chapter demands you to by heart the formulas. Please keep that in mind. See, there are different ways a subject is dealt. There are some subjects you need to understand. Now, trigonometry is a subject where understanding will come later. First, you have to do by heart. When you do by heart the formulas, then the understanding part will start. So, keep it in mind that you will read these formulas day and night, again and again. Alright. So, I will give you some time to pause the video and copy down, and then we'll go for the new concept. Alright. Right. So, I'm sure you have noted down those things, and let us move forward. You have to by heart those, right? It's a promise from your side that you are going to by heart these things. See here. Next is trigonometric relations. Now, what is intertrigonometry relationships? Sin theta is equal to 1 by cosecant theta. These are the formulae which I am going to use more frequently. And if I cross multiply, what you are going to get? Sin theta into cosecant theta is equal to 1. Cos theta is equal to 1 by secant theta, implies cos theta into secant theta is equal to 1. Tan theta is equal to 1 by cot theta, implies tan theta into cot theta is equal to 1. Also, you have this specific relationship used most frequently. Tan theta is equal to, I will write as sin theta by cos theta, and you know that they are reciprocal. Cot theta can be written as cos theta by sin theta. Very frequently used, these are called as inter-trigonometric relationship. Once you are through with these inter-trigonometric relationships, I want you to study and practice something called as value table. Value table, right? One has to know these are the fundamentals, my dear children. Certain subjects require a lot of hard work, and this is not hard work, it's a smart work, right? It's not hard work, it's smart work, because once you study this, you will be able to use this formula in physics, you will be able to use these formulas in intermediate, everywhere you will come across these formulae, alright? So you must practice this value table. Now what is this value table? We will take some standard values: sine, cos, tan, cot, secant and cosecant. Now there are some standard values, and those values we are going to write. Now what are those standard values? 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. There are different ways to remember this. Whatever you feel like, many ways are given to you in YouTube. You can choose any particular method how to remember. I always suggest you to practice a lot. If you do 100 things, see, if you do a particular thing 100 times, there is no way that you will forget, right? Instead of knowing 100 things, see, I am afraid of a person who knows 100 things, not 100 things, but a person who can do one thing in 100 different ways. So I want you to practice this by heart. 0, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees. These standard angles, and you have to by heart. Sine 0, 0, 0 degrees value is 0, sine 30 value is 1 by 2, right? Sine 30 1 by 2, sine 45 1 by root 2, sine 60 root 3 by 2, sine 90 1. Cos 0 is 1, cos 30 is root 3 by 2, cos 45 1 by root 2, cos 60 1 by 2, cos 90 is 0. Please observe carefully. These things only I am writing in the reverse order. Tan is nothing but what? Sine by cos. So 0 by 1. 0 by 1 is what? 0. 1 by 2 by root 3 by 2. 2 cancel, you will get 1 by root 3. 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2. Tan 45 1. Tan 60 is what? Root 3. And tan 90 is what? Infinity. So at least these three things, if you are by hearting these formulae, it will be pretty easy. You must read this like this: sine 0 0, sine 30 1 by 2, sine 45 1 by root 2, sine 60 root 3 by 2, sine 90 1, cos 0 1, cos 30 root 3 by 2, cos 45 1 by root 2, cos 60 1 by 2 and cos 90 0, tan 0 0, tan 30 1 by root 2, tan 45 1, tan 60 root 3, tan 90 infinity. So like that you must study, work hard, then things will be simple for you. And remaining, you all know, you have to write these things in opposite order. It is infinity, this is root 3, this is 1, this is, this is root 3 1, and this is 1 by root 3, and reverse of 0 is what? This will come over there. Reverse of infinity is what? 0. You can see the relationship. Cos and secant are reciprocal. Reverse of 1 is 1. Reverse of root 3 by 2 is 2 by root 3. Reverse of 1 by root 2 is what? Root 2. Reverse of 1 by 2 is what? 2. Reverse of 0 is what? 1 by 0, and 1 by 0 is equal to what? Infinity. Similarly, cosecant and sine are also inversely related. Reverse of 0 is what? 1 by 0. 1 by 0 is what? Infinity. What is reverse of 1 by 2? 2. Reverse of 1 by root 2? Root 2. Reverse of root 3 by 2 is 2 by root 3, and reverse of 1 is what? 1. So in this way, I want you to note this value table, and in this way I want you to practice. You practice like this and you practice like this, like sine 0 0, cos 0 1, tan 0 0, cot 0 infinity, secant 0 1 and cosecant 0 infinity. So I want you to practice horizontally, I want you to practice vertically as well, so that if you do that memory mapping while doing problems, you can do problems in fraction of a second. So that speed will come, that accuracy will come if you work hard continuously. I want you to read this formulae every day in the morning by 5 o'clock till you are perfect. Now I will pause the video, or you can pause the video, and meanwhile copy these questions. We'll go for the next formula. Alright. So I'm sure you've copied the video, copied that particular formula. Now let us go to certain standard things. you have to remember this theta table. What is this theta table? Right? Sine of minus theta, you have to by heart. Sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. Tan of minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. Cot of minus theta is equal to minus cot theta. Secant of minus theta is equal to plus secant theta, and cosecant of minus theta is equal to minus cosecant theta. Cos and secant are positive. Now why they are positive, I will give an explanation for that also, but meanwhile I want you to copy this and by heart. These are the minimum things you need to by heart. Why you have got this, I will give the explanation, but you must by heart. 90 minus theta table, sine of 90 minus theta. I can prove this also. Cos of 90 minus theta, tan of 90 minus theta, cot of 90 minus theta, secant of 90 minus theta, cosecant of 90 minus theta. Now, what is sine of 90 minus theta? Cos theta. Cos of 90 minus theta? Sin theta. Tan of 90 minus theta? Cot theta. Cot of 90 minus theta? Tan theta. Secant of 90 minus theta? Cosecant theta. And cosecant of 90 minus theta? Secant theta. You can see this alternating things happening. Now we can prove how you got that also. You want me to prove? Let me prove this first one. Sine of 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. To prove. However, the proof is not required. It is out of interest, love and affection I am doing. Let me call there is a triangle ABC. This is 90 degrees here. I assume this has theta. Obviously this will be 90 minus theta. Now to prove sine of 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, I will say consider LHS. What is LHS? Sine of 90 minus theta. Now sine, what is the formula for sine? We have revised. Sine is opposite by hypotenuse. So sine will be opposite by hypotenuse. But opposite to what? Opposite to 90 minus theta. Now what is the side which is opposite to 90 minus theta? AB. By hypotenuse is what? AC. That is fantastic. But I wish to write this in relation to theta. How is this AB to theta? How is this AB to theta? Adjacent. So AB is simply adjacent to theta. Again, what is AC? Nothing but hypotenuse. Recall the formula. What is adjacent by hypotenuse? Adjacent by hypotenuse is cos. To theta means you get cos theta. So therefore, sine of 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. In this way, all these formulas can be proved. But I want you to remember this in this order only. Do not disturb the order. There will be a consequence for that. So do not disturb the order. So I want you to pause the video and copy till here. Meanwhile, we'll go for another concept. Alright. I'm sure you copied that part. There is also 90 plus theta table. 90 plus theta table. Sine of 90 plus theta. See, everything can be proved. Sine of 90 plus theta is cos theta. Cos of 90 plus theta is minus sin theta. Tan of 90 plus theta minus cot theta. Cot of 90 plus theta minus tan theta. Secant of 90 plus theta minus cosecant theta. But cosecant of 90 plus theta is plus secant theta. First and last positive. Now why this is happening? To make you understand much better, I need to tell you something called as quadrant structure. Now what is this quadrant structure? See, it is assumed to be, this is 0 to 90 first quadrant, 90 to 180 second quadrant, 180 to 270 is third quadrant, right? 0 or I will say 360. And this is how anti-clockwise direction your angle will rotate. In the first quadrant means what? 0 to 90. All the trigonometrical ratios are positive. Yeah. Second quadrant, sine is positive and sine is inversely related to cosine, cosecant. Alright. So sine and cosecant are positive. In the third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. I take the T. In the fourth quadrant, cos and secant are positive. I take this C. So people, they remember as ASTC. All, they call as all silver teacups or something. I will say add sugar to coffee to remember. See, there are the different techniques for a student to remember these things. Whatever you choose, it's better. So many are available. I will say add sugar to coffee, or simply I'll remember first quadrant all are positive, second quadrant sine is positive, third quadrant tan is positive, third tan, and fourth quadrant cos is positive. Because cos is positive related to secant, secant is also positive. Because tan is positive, it is related to cot, cot is positive. Sine is related to cosecant, cosecant is also positive. So in these quadrants, they are positive. All are positive. Here these two are positive means remaining all are negative. How many ratios we have? 6 ratios. Out of 6, sine cosecant is positive. So what are the remaining? Cos, tan, cot are secant. 4 ratios are negative. Here tan, cot positive. What are the remaining? Remaining are sine, cos, secant, cosecant. They are negative. Similarly here cos and secant are positive. If they are positive, the remaining will be negative. What are the remaining? Sine is negative, tan is negative, cot is negative, and cosecant is negative. But cos and secant are positive in 4th quadrant. So that you must remember. And apart from that, there is something called as odd multiple and even multiple. Please try to understand what is this odd multiple or even multiple. Odd multiple and even multiple. Alright. See, this is the quadrant structure. I am telling you a shortcut to remember these formulas. If you get 1 into 90, 3 into 90, 5 into 90, this is an odd multiple. If I get 2 into 90, 4 into 90, 6 into 90, this is called even multiple. Whenever I get odd multiple, sine changes to cos and cos changes to sine. Tan changes to cot and cot changes to tan. Secant changes to cosecant and cosecant changes to secant. Alright. And if it is even multiple of 90, no change. No change means what? Sine will remain sine, cos will remain cos, like that. So I want you to note this stuff, and now I am going to proceed and going to tell you how you are going to get the other angles. Alright. See, if somebody is asking you what is sine of 90 plus theta. Alright, sine of 90 plus theta. Now what am I going to do? See, this is 0, you are increasing, your 90 means here. Now 90 plus something means 91 degrees. 91 degrees, children, where do you lie? You lie in second quadrant. In second quadrant, what is positive? Second quadrant, sine is positive. So this is sine, so result will be a positive. Alright, positive. Now 90 is 1 into 90, 1 is the odd multiple. So sine has to change to cos. So sine of 90 plus theta will be cos theta. And let us go for the second one, cos of 90 plus theta. Cos of 90 plus theta. Again, 90 plus something lies in second quadrant. Second quadrant, sine is positive, cosecant is positive, but cos is negative. 1 into 90 is odd multiple, cos changes to sine with the remaining angle theta. Next, tan of 90 plus theta. Listen to me carefully. 90 plus something lies in second quadrant. Second quadrant, definitely sine, cosecant positive. Tan has to be negative. What else will be negative? Cot will also be negative. Cot 90 plus theta is also negative. What else will be negative? Secant 90 plus theta is also negative. What else will be negative? Nothing, sir. Cosecant 90 plus theta. Cosecant 90 plus theta. 90 plus theta. Cosecant, it is positive. You are going to have positive. But because it is odd multiple, tan changes to cot. Cot changes to tan with the remaining angle theta. Secant changes to cosecant and cosecant changes to secant with the remaining angle theta. That is how this minus sign and plus sign comes. Not only for this 90 plus theta, you can adopt this particular technique for various other angles. So for example, I want to calculate sine 210 degrees. Sine 210 degrees. How do you think I am going to calculate? I am going to write sine 210 degrees as sine 180 plus 30. Now where am I? 180 means I have to move always in this anti-clockwise direction. 180 means I am here. 180 plus something lies in which quadrant? 181, 182 lies in which quadrant? Third quadrant. Third quadrant, what is positive? Tan. Remaining all negative. So the result is going to be negative. That is for sure. 180 is 2 into 90. So 2 into 90 means what? Even multiple. So sine changes or sine remains? Sine remains. Sine remains sine with the remaining angle theta. So answer is minus sine 30. Again from the value table, sine 30 value is 1 by 2. So for this the answer is minus 1 by 2. What if somebody is asking you tan of 225 degrees? Tan of 225 degrees, how will you calculate? It is tan of, I will write as 180 plus 45. Once again, 180 means you are hanging here. 180 plus something, you will fall in third quadrant. Third quadrant, your dear tan is positive. No issues. 180 is what multiple? 180 is even multiple. Even multiple means it remains the same. So it is tan with the remaining angle theta. Tan 45 value is what? 1. If somebody is asking you something else like 315 degrees. If I ask you what is cos 315 degrees. Now how do I write cos 315 degrees? Cos 315 degrees can be written as 360 minus 30. Right? Let me help. 360 minus 30. Now 360. Where are we at 360? 360 means you are here. 360 minus something lies in which quadrant? 3, see, you're going like this. Plus means go like this, minus means come backward. 360 minus something, which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, cos is positive, plus sign. 360 is what? 4 into 90. 4 is what? Even multiple. Even means cos remains cos. So it is cos 30, and answer is plus root 3 by 2. Cos 30 value from the value table, root 3 by 2. Now same problem can be done in another method also. As far as the technique is right, the answer will be always right. Now instead of writing 315 as 360 minus 360 minus 45, my dear children. 360 minus 45 will be cos 45 1 by root 2. So instead of writing as 360 minus 45, I can write 315 as 180 plus 45. Is it 180 plus 45? No. It is 270 plus 45. 270 plus 45 is 315. Yes. So 270. Where are we at 270? 270. Now 270 plus means you will move forward. 270 plus something less in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cos is positive. 270 is what? 270 is 3 into 90. 3 into 90. 3 is odd multiple. Odd multiple means cos changes to sine with the remaining angle 45. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So is it not whether you do it this way or that way, as far as the technique and logic is correct, the answer will be correct. So I want you to by heart these formulae, and then in the next class we will try to cover the identities of the trigonometry, and let us move further after that. Thank you, take care, and bye bye, and please maintain the notes for this and practice it. Bye bye.